Donald Trump has decided to lean into the racist rhetoric, the divisive rhetoric, because he's failing in every other category that his base cares about. And so he's fear-mongering about statues coming down, and he's been alleging through campaign ads online that statues of Jesus are under attack. So the campaign spent some money on these online ads, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Here it is. The president wants to know who stood with him against the radical left. We're sending a list of every American who signs their name to President Trump first thing tomorrow morning. Will he see your name? And then underneath you can see that little area with text that says, "We will protect this." Okay, so what is that exactly? What are they gonna protect? Well, Brazil will be happy to know that Donald Trump is worried about all statues. All statues matter, including this statue in Brazil, which the dummies over at his campaign didn't realize was in Brazil and included in a Trump ad that later had to be taken down.
Yeah. Hey, Anna, it is very important to protect Brazilian heritage. Those are the folks who helped build the country of Brazil. I remember when Jesus did the trek from Nazareth to Rio de Janeiro and helped build Brazil. So that's why you've got to protect that on behalf of all good Americans. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay,
Anna. By the way, just real quick, I'm sure you guys all know this already. I'm sure a lot of you have seen images of that statue before. It's an iconic statue in Brazil. It's referred to as Christ the Redeemer statue. And look, how did they not know that this wasn't in the United States, and that no one's having by the way, no one's even having a conversation about taking down statues of Jesus. I know it would probably shock the right wing, but there are plenty of religious folks in the Black Lives Matter movement who are not at all in favor of taking down statues of Jesus. It's just so stupid.
Yeah. So there is actually some folks trying to take down statues of Jesus, but they're not in America or Brazil. And look, that is one of the most iconic statues in the world. And so there's a good chance they did know it was in Brazil, but they think our followers are dummies. They're not gonna know it's in Brazil. What difference does it make? That's the biggest one we could find, let's just go with it. But the people that are actually trying to take down Jesus statues are in India. There's Hindu nationalism is on the rise there, and so some of the Hindus are saying, hey, you know what? We shouldn't let the Christians in India put up these big giant statues of Jesus, because that's not what we believe. But Modi, the leader of India, is friends with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump likes that he's a nationalist just like he is, right? So is he actually criticizing Modi for taking down Jesus statues? Nope. Not doing that at all, because they're buddies. So that's the reason.
Well, Donald Trump and specifically the right wing sees a great deal of utility in forming an alliance with Modi, not only because he happens to be a right winger himself, but because they see India as a strategic partner in the fight against China. And so, yeah, there's the right wing component of it, definitely. But of course, the Trump administration doesn't actually care about Christians, Christianity and its symbols in architecture, in statues, or anything like that. For Trump, everything is seen as a bargaining chip for his political career, or everything is seen as something that could be exploited or utilized for his own political gain. So does he actually care about statues? Of course not. But it's a great way to rile up his base and distract them from the fact that their own family members are dying due to Trump's incompetence and lack of a real robust response to coronavirus, among other things. And so, yeah, he yells squirrel, in this case, fear-mongering squirrel, and his base pays attention. But in reality, when you look at the actions of Modi and how brutal he's been to Christians, Muslims in India, it's just abundantly clear that the right wing has never been genuine about protecting anything other than their own political careers.
Yeah, and remember too that there's a logical reason why Trump likes strong men like Modi, Erdogan, and Putin, because he thinks after I leave office, they're the ones most corrupt and most likely to give me a licensing fee for a Trump tower in their country. So that's another aspect. But to be fair to them, the next email they sent out, they nailed it. What's the other thing that Trump's base cares about? The wall. So here's their next email on that. And I get it. This makes a lot of sense.
There it is.
He built the wall. He built the wall. Give us money now. And it's a great wall. It is an amazing wall. You can see it from outer space. It's the greatest wall ever built. You know what I call it? I call it the Great Wall.
John.
By the way,
John. John had a great tweet as well. I want to just quickly go to that graphic. John was like, "Is one really more ridiculous than the other?" And you see the side by side of what the Trump ad looked like, and I don't know if John photoshopped that or if he found it online. But look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what that image is. But I get the point. Lord of the Rings. It's Lord of the Rings. I just didn't recognize that. And I love Lord of the Rings. That's the thing that sucks. I can't believe I didn't recognize that. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, all right, let's move on.
When you sign up for a spend and save account at aspiration.com/TYT, we will plant 10 trees. Let's save the planet together.